and welcome to day 3. So I hope that you guys are enjoying and getting a lot of value out of Create Your Signature course that sells. This is a 5-day free training event that I'm teaching live at the moment. And we're having prizes. People are posting all of their homework in the Build Your Brand Online Facebook group, so make sure you're in the group. Let me know that you can hear me. Hey, Jackie. Jackie's been posting her homework. So we've got prizes, there's homework and everything happening in the group. We've also created a single link page now with all the replay videos on there so that it's easy for you guys to find. So we will be sending that out over email and posting it in the group as well, just so that it's easy to find the replays. Because I know it can be a little bit tricky with Facebook sometimes to actually go and locate the replay videos. So don't forget to just post all the homework and questions and interaction, everything like that happens inside the Build Your Brand Online Facebook group. Make sure you've got your workbook handy. We're going to be talking about pricing. So if you've been wondering, what is the industry standard for courses, group programs, memberships, like what should I charge? That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's go back to the slides over here. Cool. So day 3 is all about pricing your profitable program or course. And I'm going to take you through, what those industry standards look like. Just make sure you do have your workbook. So if you haven't registered for that yet, go to the link in my bio in Instagram. There is a link that's been added to the comments here as well. And then you can get that workbook because that's going to take you through everything that I'm teaching on. So I want to share a quick win. This is one of my clients, Jordan Duval, and she has been through the launching part of my program. And she's also now joined the main program, and we did Voxer coaching and I helped her with her launch. So she launched in the last couple of weeks. We started working together in August, and then in October she had her launch, and it was a $57,000 launch. So congratulations to Jordan Duval. Her Instagram is Ignite Your Soul Brand. And we started working together in August, and we mapped out all of the details of her launch. She used my launch checklist. She followed everything that's inside my Brand Your Expertise Online program. And she had an incredible launch. So this is a Client on Fire celebration post. I love to celebrate people. And she says, this literally has changed the trajectory of my life and business. Now I can invest in more ads next time and will have so many more amazing results. So she did invest in ads, to let you know, because it's good to know, what are people spending on ads. She spent $10,000 in total on the Facebook ads and a Facebook ads manager. So just so that you guys can get a good understanding there. But yeah, $57,000 launch. She had done a beta launch of her course before, but she had never done like a 5-day live launch with a masterclass and a lead up to it and the whole shebang. So that's why she came to me for the launch coaching side of it. And she had me on Voxer, and then she followed all the templates that I give you guys inside the Brand Your Expertise Online program. So she used my launch plan and she got coached every step of the way, which is what I do with my clients who have Voxer access to me. So yeah, amazing. So today we're going to talk about pricing your profitable program or course. So hey, Monica, nice to see you here. I know that you have plans to teach on in-person sales for photographers, and Monica had an incredible result as well being inside my program, and she launched that 40 over 40 portrait campaign. So that was really, really cool. So so go to your workbook, make sure you've got your workbooks. How much do you need to create each month to get to the coveted 6 figures a year? Hey, Ursula. So you need to work out, okay, if I want to hit $100,000 a year, this is kind of like the milestone that I'd say most people are aiming for in this business, in this new arm of your business. So you might be a photographer already, or you might be a designer already. And you have that business, but you're wanting to add this extra arm to your business by teaching what you know. So if you want to create a 6-figure business with that, how much do you need each month? So it's just over $8,000 $8,000 a month, basically, like 8,800 a month is where you need to be aiming for. And so, if we have a goal of the 100,000, let's make sure we're actually hitting that, around the 8,000 to 9,000 a month, each month in sales, because if you don't have sales, you don't have a business. So you need to break that down. All right, so your typical pricing. So we're going to talk about typical pricing for courses, group programs, a one-on-one program, and masterminds. So courses tend to be anything from $97 up to about $1,500 generally. There are also business, like if you can really show an ROI, a return on investment, and you're helping somebody make money, then that course price could go all the way up to about $2,500. So I have seen courses that go up to about that point. And then depending if there's like a Facebook group for support or a Slack channel, or maybe they'll throw in some Zoom calls, like there might just be 2 Zoom group coaching calls or something like that, then they might charge a little bit more for that course. But generally speaking, courses can be anything from a very small low-cost offer course through to about the 1,500, but I have seen them for a bit more. Now, when it comes to a group coaching program, so the difference between the course and the group coaching is the group coaching program is normally a live container of time, like you have 6 months with the person, like 6 months of support. And yes, there might be a course hub, like what I do is there's a course hub, people have access to that. They can go through those modules, they get the trainings that they need, they get the workbooks and everything like that. But then there's this live coaching element, and there's this element of people coming together on a Zoom call and getting coached and learning from each other. So Ursula's actually on my alumni track. So Ursula did, the 6-month group program, and then she came back for more. So a lot of people do that. They'll come back and join the alumni tracks, which is, like a monthly membership. So they can come back when they want to launch again, or they want to be back in with the other ladies, because it's about that community. So when you're doing group programs, you've got to remember that you're creating that community feel. It's got the live group coaching element. There's that, Zoom interaction versus maybe just teaching on a Facebook Live, or people having access to pre-recorded modules. So people will pay more for that. So generally speaking, group programs, they normally start at least $2,000, something like that. So like $2,000 up to about $10,000. So I have seen something like the Divine Living Academy, that used to be about $10,000, but then they would have some live events in there as well. So it all depends on what's being included. And that was a year-long program. So I actually did that back in like 2015 to 2016. So I did the online version, but that just gives you a bit of a range. So group programs, I did one last year, which was $5,000 for 6 months. And then we were meeting on Zoom a couple of times a week. We had a strategy coach and a mindset coach. So there was more than one session a week, and everybody came onto the Zooms. So what I do with my group program is I have the pre-recorded modules that people can go through in the course hub. And then we do the weekly Zoom call. So with a group program, to have an upsell on that group program, you might want to add a VIP track. So to give you an idea, my group program for 6 months is 3333. So 3,333. So that's the standard track. And then if people want to do VIP track, where they get me on Voxer, they have me literally on Voxer, like in their pocket, for 6 months, Monday to Friday, like having a coach in your pocket, plus 3 private one-on-one. So I keep getting this notification that my disk is full. Sorry about that. It's a bit distracting. So with VIP tracks, you can add on, say, coaching calls with you. Like with mine, I have the 3 coaching calls. If people pay in full, they get an extra coaching call. So that's something else that you can think about with your pricing, is that you would have payment plans, you would have pay in full. And if people pay in full, give them something for paying in full. Like give them an extra one-on-one call with you, or Maybe if they're on their normal track, they would get 2 weeks of Voxer access if they pay in full. Give them that incentive. Typically, I find that about 50% of people pay in full and 50% of people take the payment plan. And so this is where you can create that consistent, predictable income. Is this live okay? Yeah, it was actually my laptop that's giving me a notification. I normally have all notifications off, but my laptop's saying your disk is full. So, so anyways, as long as this live, just let me know if this live is good. Just give me some hearts, thumbs up. It's all good. Then I'll carry on. It's all good. Yeah, but Facebook has been doing some very strange things. So, hey, Anandi. Okay, so the group programs, you can have, some people will pay in full and some people will be on a payment plan. So this is where we start to create this predictable, consistent income stream, because we can plan out our launches and do, say, 4 launches. Okay, cool. So 4 launches over the year, like, every 3 months or something like that, or every quarter. So you can do those launches. And then if you can start to predict that 50% will pay in full and 50% of the people when you launch will be on a payment plan, then okay, so if I launch 4 times a year, or I launch 3 times a year, or I launch once a year, if you're like Marie Forleo, it just depends on your model. Some people, the program that I was in last year, she launched every 8 weeks. Every 8 weeks she launched. Kelly Roach, she launches every 8 weeks. So it all just depends on your model and how you want to do it. The more you launch, the more people you're going to get into your program. So that's, usually when you create a buzz and you get people coming into your programs. So we can then look at, okay, what are my conversion rates? So how many people come in when I launch, and how many of them pay in full, how many of them on a payment plan, and then you can start doing forecasts. So I recommend doing at least a 6-month forecast, 6 months to a year of a forecast, to go, okay, that's how many people on payment plans. This is when I'm doing my launches, and you can do like a predictive forecast as well, so that when you start to launch numerous times, you can start to predict how many people will join each time. So that's how you get to that consistent income stream that everybody is talking about. Predictable income streams online through courses and group programs. Okay, so one-on-one programs, usually people want to work with you. It's usually like 3 to 4 months. It's one-on-one. They're going to pay more for that. So people are going to pay more to work with you one-on-one, because you're giving them personalized access, personalized feedback, Voxer, some Zoom calls. You might even give those people access to your group coaching program. So anybody that works with me one-on-one, like my client Jordan that I just helped have a $57,000 launch, I gave her access to my course hub as well. So she has got access to my course hub. And so she can go through all the modules and all the templates and everything, and my, sales writing formula and all of that good stuff. And that makes my life easier as a coach as well, because I'm still helping people with similar things, whether they work with me one-on-one or in my program, in my group program. But people pay more for that extra one-on-one with you. Yeah, she had a $57,000 launch. It was amazing. So, and Nicola Dove just did $40,000 as well this week. So yeah, and she's a film stills photographer. So it's been quite a thing with the launches lately, which is very exciting. So yeah, one-on-one, people are going to pay more. Generally speaking, I would say your one-on-one should be at least $2,000. So when I first started out, like 6 years ago, my first one-on-one was, I think, $2,500. I think I booked like 4 at that price. I quickly put it up to $4,000 because I'm a business coach and I'm helping people with a return on investment. So I'm helping people make money. I want them to be making that kind of money every month, like, $5,000, $10,000 or more. And then now like to these bigger launches as well. So it's got to be proportionate to the money that you're helping other people make. So when you look at that, especially if you're in business coaching or branding or anything where there's an ROI in terms of helping people with their business. Yeah. So Nicola just had a $40,000 launch as well. and Jordan had a $57,000 launch, all in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, and then Shan had a £17,000 launch of her newborn photography course. So yeah, it's quite incredible what can happen when people do their live launches. And so like I say, people pricing. So one-on-one, people are going to pay more for one-on-one. So your courses would be less than your group programs, and then your one-on-one will be more than the group program. And then masterminds tend to be quite high level as well. So for your one-on-one pricing, minimum usually around 2,000, 2,500 when you're first starting. Obviously, this is not for people that have no experience in anything. Like the people that I talk to are experts. So that's why I help you. My program is called Brand Your Expertise Online. So you need to already have an expertise. Like your expertise could be in systems. It could be as a web developer. It could be as a designer. It could be as a photographer. It could be as a wedding planner, whatever. You guys obviously need to be experienced. I'm not saying somebody that just comes out and goes, I'm going to be a business coach, charge whatever you want. No, please. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you are already an expert. You've done your time. You know, you've got like something that you have proven success for yourself, and now you're going to teach it to others. That's who I'm talking to. And that's where you can, like I say, it's that return on investment. So looking at, okay, well, if I invest, if I invest 3,333 with Chanel for 6 months, and then, if you look at Nicola Dove, she's had $120,000 of revenue in a year, and she had never launched before. So is it worth it? It's looking at returns on investment and looking at how can you help your clients get the best possible results. So how can you give them the tools, the coaching, the templates, like what can you put into your programs that's going to really help them to get that result, move them forward. And when you see them stuck with something, how can you jump in and help out with that? So that's where we come in as a consultant, coach, mentor. And we're helping people get those results and what is possible for them? Like what's the realm of possibility, the potential, the possibility, what are they wanting to create, and can you help them to get there? And that's where people are willing to invest in that because they're going to get something back. Like I don't want anyone joining my program or signing up for my group program and then not pitching up on the calls and not doing the work. I don't just want people joining for the sake of joining and then think, I'm going to join the course and then I don't have to do anything and somehow I'm going to make the money. You have to do the work. And I want those types of, action takers, people that are like, they know they can live in that realm of possibility and believe that something's going to work for them. And then they do the actions and then it does work for them. And then they're on the other side of it. And then it's like, holy crap, I've just had a $40,000 launch or a $17,000 launch or a $10,000 month or whatever it is for that person. Okay. So masterminds. Okay, masterminds can also tend to be higher price point. I've seen masterminds for $25,000. I've seen masterminds even higher than that, all the way up to like $100K, depending on who they're working with. Now, I'm not saying go spend $50,000 on a mastermind, but those people are catering for people that are already making $1 million a year or whatever. So it's like a percentage. It's kind of like a marketing budget. It's a percentage of what they are already earning. So it makes sense for them. So this is where as well, by having a product suite and having different offers, we can cater to people along that journey of their entrepreneurial journey and, cater for where they're at, and then they can graduate into our next programs as well. So that's something to think about when we're thinking about a product suite. So masterminds, I think the lowest sort of price point I've seen for a mastermind might be like $5,000 or $6,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. That's more of the general range, I would say, for a mastermind. So some of you might be like, what? I had no idea people charge that. I remember when I first found out Gina DeVee charged $100,000 for her year-long, like one-on-one. I was like, what the hell? Like, who charges that? And then actually yesterday, so I'm just going to go back to that side. So yesterday I was watching a Mel Robbins. I love Mel Robbins. She's so cool. So I was watching this podcast interview with Mel Robbins and Boss Babe on YouTube, because I was looking something up on YouTube and there it came. Oh no, I was putting my video on YouTube. I wasn't being random. This video, one of these videos was going on YouTube, and then I went to check, and then I was like, oh, what's that? There's Mel Robbins. So the title was quite good. It was like, she gets paid $100,000 for an hour to speak. And she told her story, and it was just, I was like, wow, it's just so amazing where you don't even know what's possible. Like, she literally had lost everything. After 40, it was so good. Tracy, I think I sent it to you. I must post it in the group because it's just flippin' brilliant. And she was like already over 40. They lost everything. Like, they lost the restaurant. She had a drinking problem. She couldn't get herself out of bed. She was suffering from anxiety, and then fast forward to where she figured out the whole 5-second rule. And if you haven't read that book, it's a great book to read, where she 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 gets herself out of bed, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 go live, get yourself to do these things before you talk yourself out of it. It's just such a simple thing, and it's actually backed by science. That whole thing of like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it instead of overthinking it all the time. And she was talking about speaker fees, and then I was like, that is so funny, because I actually got, it's so good. So I was asked to speak for a big corporate organization. They're based in the US. One of my clients was actually working for them, pitched me to the head office. And then they were like, yeah, we've got 2 million members and we want you to create educational videos, but we want you to cater specifically to our members. So you need to film them professionally, like the ones that are in my program, but we're not, they're not going to use my program. It had to be for this company. And then they asked me to be a virtual speaker at one of their virtual retreats, because everything went, when the pandemic hit and everything like that, the virtual retreats went online, whereas they used to fly people to Bora Bora. And I was like, I'll do that. So then I was like, oh my gosh. So this whole interview with Mel Robbins reminded me of that. And I was like, and funny enough, Mel Robbins was one of the speakers that I Googled to go, what does Mel Robbins charge? What does Gary Vee charge? Obviously, they're like, they have a big following and everything, but I wanted to see, what do speakers charge? And she did exactly the same thing as I had to do. And I was like, you see, there's nothing special about them. It's just tenacity and grit and like being able to figure stuff out, instead of being victim all the time. And then I was like, okay, what do these people charge? And it came up with this speaker page, and the speaker page came up and it had, Mel Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, all those people. They charge like $100,000 for flying out to an event, speaking at an event for an hour. And then this was when pandemic hit. So then it was like, oh, okay, if they do it virtually, it's like 40 or 50% off. So they only charge $40,000 or whatever for an hour. So then I looked at like they sort of rank people on the speaker site, and then it was like, oh, okay, so people charge like $10,000, $15,000 or so for an hour training. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, I was like, I've got to do this speaker thing for a virtual live event. They've got 2 million members. I was like, $12,000. I went in at 15,000. They came back and said, would I accept 12,000? So I said yes. And I was like, this is amazing. And that's exactly what Mel Robbins did. She also had to do that. I remember she said in this interview as well that her first, big speaking gig was also 10,000. And she was like, she nearly fell off her chair, And, but what you have to remember, I got a contract with them as well. So I did 3 30-minute videos a month. Over 3 months, that was $8,000 a month for that. And then I got 3 times $8,000 for 3 30-minute videos. And then this is all like speaking stuff, producing, teaching, etc. for a large organization. It also depends on how many people it's going out to, how big the organization is, etc. But this is corporate speaking. So I don't have this anywhere else. I'm just thought I'd tell the story. And then I did the virtual retreat, and then we hired a Airbnb house and everything like that to make it look retreat vibes. And that was $12,000 for half an hour for speaking. Corporate speaking is really, really well paid, but that's because it's an ROI. It's not based on an hourly rate. It's based on my 20 years of experience. They are, they're paying people like Mel Robbins. They'll pay her 100,000 to go speak at their event for an hour, because Mel Robbins is 45 and she's got like how many years of experience and life experience, and she's a motivational speaker. They're not paying her for the hour. So this is where we also have to get that out of our heads. It's not an hourly rate. It's based on the return on investment that they are getting. And for you, people will pay as well if you can get them somewhere quicker or do it for them. So here we've got, do you have an element of done for you services that you can add? So done for you services could be, we'll build your website out for you. So that's something that we do as well. So for my launch coaching, I can either launch coach people, like tell them what to do, or we can go, we'll create your slides, we'll create all your graphics, we'll build your sales page, I'll help you write your sales page. I do that for my coaching clients anyway. The copywriting stuff. But in terms of like, we can actually design and build out the website and the sales page and the opt-in and the email sequences and blah, 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 blah. Like we could do that for you. So for any of you guys who are photographers, if you're a designer, if you're a developer, like what can you add in that's a done for you service that could be bolted on as an upsell? Ursula does personal branding shoots. So for your coaching clients, you could bolt on or have an add on of, I can come and do your personal branding shoots. I've also done personal branding shoots for clients. We've been flown to the Seychelles to do personal branding shoot at a villa, and we filmed the videos. Then we went to Bali and Lombok 2 years later. Client flew us there. We filmed her entire group program. We built out her membership site. We built out her website, and my developer and I work very closely together on that stuff. So some of the stuff you can do in person, and like just because I'm at the bottom little tip of Africa doesn't mean I can't get a client from America who then flies me to Lombok and Bali. Like dwell in this realm of possibility, because who would have thought, who would have thunk it? Like what even? It's like, what is this life? It's just incredible what's possible. And yeah, Ursula, your story is amazing as well. We have to actually interview you from where you are at some point, because your story is incredible too. So, okay, I want you to consider your product suite. I didn't even add corporate speaking into this, but that is something to consider as well, guys. Like, it's very lucrative. And if you position it right, and it's different type of marketing. It's usually like getting to the right person. It's not like necessarily like social media marketing. However, because I had been consistent on social media for like 8 years, and my client booked me because I'd known her since London days, and she was a makeup artist in London. And then she hired me to be her coach. And then she happened to be working at this corporate organization. And then so it's all about like, it's not necessarily like, oh, well, if you put these 3 posts out there with this specific template, then you will book a corporate speaking gig. It doesn't work like that. It's like more, it's relationships, and it's that consistency. It's your personal brand. They wanted to see, where's she been featured? Like, what does her brand look like? They want to see my website. They wanted to see a show reel. They wanted to see, how do I speak on video? They wanted to see that I got featured in Forbes and Entrepreneur, Thrive Global, Stylist magazine. They want to see that kind of thing. So it's lots of things. It's not always like, what's that magic bullet? What's that one thing that's going to tip it for me? It's just lots of little things over time with consistency and a lot of tenacity and grit. Okay, so consider your product suite, okay? So your product suite can look like your free things. So what freebies do you have? Your PDF opt-ins, your webinar, a free training. This is a freebie, a 5-day free training event. Those are part of your product suite because you're going to give value in that free thing. Then you might have a low-level offer. So a low-level offer example, I have a launch template. So I created a step-by-step launch template, like a project management template in Asana. It also works in ClickUp and Trello. I personally love Asana, but you can use what you want. But it's basically every single step that you need for a launch. It's like 191 steps or something, like tasks in terms of like literally nitty gritty what a project manager would do, and that you'd probably pay a few thousand for like an OBM to sort out for you. But it's all the steps that you can then task to other people or task to yourself. So that's my low offer. It's a template. You can go use it, $47. And then I have a bump offer of $97 on that. So that's where you can start getting fancy with your cart pages and have these little bump offers and stuff like that. Yes. And Nandi said that it's the best launch template. Thank you. I think you've used it as well. I think a few of my clients have used it. So let me know if you want to know what the link is for that. So just send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. And then your mid is usually like your signature course, your signature group program. So my mid offer would be my Brand Your Expertise Online 6-month group coaching program. So I might have some DIY courses as well that in my low. So I have Build a Buying Audience, which is a DIY course that you can just buy and you can watch it, you can implement, you can do it on your own. Or if you want to work with me in the group program and be in that 6-month like live group coaching program and get like a huge course hub with everything you need to build your business online, like build your brand online, your online business, that is my mid. Then you could have a high. So this is your product suite. So think about this, but you don't have to have every single one of these offers straight away. I just want you to think about this for future so that you can start with one and then add to it. So the high would be like your one-on-one or a mastermind. So I started out with one-on-one. So I started out with one-on-one offers. I did that for 2.5 years before I created a group program. I worked with people one-on-one. I saw what they wanted. I got feedback. And then I basically created the course hub and the videos and the workbooks for my one-on-one clients. They are your best market research. They will tell you what they need. And then as I've run my group program a few times, we've updated the workbooks, we've added new videos, we've added templates. Anything that I've seen where people are struggling, I'm like, here's the sales page template, here's how to write your sales page, here's the launch template. Like, they get everything because I'm working so closely with them. They tell me what they're struggling with, and then I go, right, here's your opt-in page and thank you page so you can build your email list. You've got those templates to use so that they don't get stuck on those things. So think about that in terms of what your product suite might look like, and taking people on a journey and having offers for people no matter what stage of business that they're at. The other way to approach a product suite, so give me some likes, hearts. Don't forget to share this. So if you are enjoying this, if you're finding this helpful, please share this live. Yesterday, a whole lot of you were sharing the live. So I was like screenshotting all the shares so I can put your name in the hat for the Carrie Green Planner. So you can share this into your groups. You can share it onto your pages, your personal profile. You can also share it on Instagram and tag me there. And every time you share, your name goes in the hat again. The product suite is very, very important. Yes. So just type shared in the comments when you share. And I appreciate that. Alrighty. Okay, so think about what your pay in full price would be. Usually pay in full is a little bit, it's like, they'll pay more if they have to pay on a payment plan, basically. Because payment plans can be risky. If you have a 12-month payment plan, there might be a certain percentage of people that don't pay their payments, and then, or like their card expires, and then you have to have your VA go, hi, your card expired, please update your card in the course hub. And all of these things cost money. Some coaches, like some bigger companies, actually have debt collection agencies who go after people that don't make their payments. And that happens all the time. Like bigger coaching companies, they have these debt collection agencies. So remember that whenever you sign up to a program, if there's a payment plan, if it's not a monthly membership that can be canceled at any time, you are entered into a contract. When you click that you accept the terms and conditions, that's a legally binding contract. online. So a company could come after you with a debt collection agency going, you didn't pay your payments, and you could have like something against your name with your credit score. So you don't want that to happen. So don't do that. But what will your pay in full price be versus what will your payment plan be? Because generally your payment plan will be a little bit more. And then, like I say, you can add an incentive for people to pay in full. So, it's always good for cash flow to get pay in fulls. And like I say, usually it's 50% pay in full, 50% go on a payment plan. Some people just like to pay in full, and they like to get that, the best price because they're paying in full, and they might get some bonuses if they pay in full. So make sure you do that for that incentive. But it's nice to have a mixture of both, because then, like I say, you can create that consistency with, looking at, having a Google sheet where you are tracking your 6 months in advance, what money is coming in, 6 months to a year in advance, what money is coming in based on your payment plans. And then, okay, I need to bring in, if I want to be hitting $100,000 a year, as an example, I know I need to hit $8,800 a month. And then you can see, how far am I off of that? What do I need to do today? What do I need to put out this week or today to make a sale to get myself closer to that? Because you're in a business, nobody goes into the shop and goes, oh, that shopkeeper was selling me something again. It's like, yeah, they're selling something all the time because they have a business. So yeah, I think that sometimes people feel bad for selling too much, or yeah, you've got to, you have to be excited about your offer, and you have to be thinking about, like, I'm helping people with something. You don't want to sell people, like, convince people that they must buy your course if it's not right for them. Then that's not a good feeling or a good fit anyway. So it's like, I would rather have people reach out to me, send me a message, send me a voice note. Like, send me a voice note. It's not like a sales team or some other people that you're going to speak to. Just literally send me a voice note on Instagram or Facebook and tell me your idea. Tell me where you're at, and I will tell you honestly if, my group program is a good fit or not, because I don't want people in there where it's not a good fit anyway. So you can feel good about your offer, because what you're putting out there is helping them get a result. It's solving a problem for them. Okay, cool. I'll have to read it's quite a long message, so I'll come back. If you leave long messages, I'll come back and reply in the comments section. Okay, so what is your VIP track offer? So this is where you can have an upsell. So for example, on mine, I have a normal track and I have VIP track. So on my VIP track, people are getting Voxer access to me. I mean, I could be charging quite a lot more for that, because honestly, I can coach everything on Voxer. I don't even need Zoom. I mean, honestly, Voxer is amazing. It's been a game changer. So it's been so awesome to be able to really support people like all through the week. When I first started coaching, when I had my first coach, it was like one call a week or every second week, and then some emails. There was no Voxer access. So that's very new, and it's just a great way to add value for the client, and then be giving people this upgrade option on your course, your signature course or signature group program. So VIP track could be one-on-one calls with you, and the Voxer access, and maybe like what I do is I give people personalized feedback on their sales page copy. So, I mean, people charge $3,500 just to write a sales page, never mind have all the other stuff. So something that I add, like a huge value add, is I'm like, here's the sales page writing formula. Send it to me on Google Docs. I personally, not a team member, I personally will go in and help you edit that and write your sales page, and then you learn a skill of writing sales pages. Like I say, people charge $3,500 just to write sales pages in dollars for people. That's not building the page, that's not designing the page, that's not figuring out your offer or any of the other stuff. That's just the copywriting fee. So it's quite interesting to think about that, and then that's something that's a massive value add that I put in. So think about what that could be for you. All right, so question, and this is all on the workbooks as well, so don't feel like you have to scribble down everything. It's all inside the workbooks. What is the best way to scale an online business? So what do we think? Type scale in the comments if you want to scale your business in 2022. So you can't just stay in the one-on-one work or the done-for-you work. You want to be able to scale, but like, you know, you only have so many hours in the day. You might be also juggling homeschooling or whatever's going on. So type in the comments scale if you want to scale your business in 2022. And Andy wants to scale. So the best way to scale, Tracy wants to scale, is to move out of only offering one-on-one or done-for-you stuff. Celeste wants to scale. Jumping ahead of myself here. It's all good. Look, in my program, I start off with helping people refine their one-on-one offers. We get that to a really good place, and then we get you creating your group course or group offer. And it all depends on your industry. I mean, some of my clients jump straight to courses. So Nicola Dove, she's jumped straight to courses. A lot of photographers tend to just go, I just want to teach a course. I don't want to do one-on-one coaching because they're shooting weddings or they're shooting portraits and they have their studio and they don't want to also have one-on-one coaching. So they just jump straight into courses or workshops or group programs. It can't, it doesn't, there's no hard and fast rule. I just think for me personally, it did work well to start with one-on-one and then to move into group program. But we can also just see what your circumstances are and what would be the best fit for you. So the best way to scale is to move into creating a signature group course or a signature group program and to be, teaching a group of people, having a group of people coming in and doing one group coaching call a week instead of having a full calendar of like all of these one-on-one clients or all of these website builds or whatever you are doing. Like there's only so many of those that you can take, plus market your business, do your accounting, be a mom, have a life, all of the other stuff that we also want to do. So looking at how we can scale that, how we can create group offers, group courses, group programs, and then we can put our prices up on our one-on-ones, or we can scale that back a bit and then have this other arm to the business. So the group courses, the group programs are the way to scale the business. All right. So that was like full on. I need a sip of water. Give me some like fire emojis if that was helpful. Don't forget to share this with people as well. Chantal's like, yep. I really need a group program. And Chantal's so good at teaching as well. Like, oh my gosh, you definitely need a group program. Like, definitely. So Chantal needs a group program. Put some fire emojis in there. It's definitely the way to go. Like in the last year and this year, I really focused on my group program. I don't take on that many one-on-one clients anymore. I have very few one-on-one clients, like literally less than 5 at a time. So, I've had it in the past where I've had like 10 one-on-one clients or 10 social media clients that we're doing all of their stuff for them. And it was, so not this year, the year before, I really, really focused just on filling my group program, my brand your expertise online. And then I got that corporate client. So that was like my big one-on-one client, which was obviously amazing, like corporate speaking. And if you guys are hopping on now, you can go watch the replay and I talk about corporate speaking, virtual speaking, what I got paid for that, how I got it, etc. So that's a very interesting like other income stream that you could consider as well. So it's about having these different income streams. But last year in 2020, it was really focusing just on the group program and had that one big corporate client. And I think I had like 2 one-on-one clients, something like that. And then we have some clients that we work with. Chantal and I actually work with them to build out their whole brand. So we build the website, the sales pages, the opt-in pages, the carts, all of that stuff. Tasha, nice to see you. Tasha and I went to school together, and she's a surf coach, and she does like the commentating at the surf competitions when we're down here. And I'm like, I know Tasha. We went to school together. So yeah. All right. So I'm getting distracted. All right. So in day 4, we're going to talk about actually mapping out your module. So you can create courses. Like if you're a surf coach, you could create an online course, or you could mentor people online. So I'd say, yeah. So in 2022, I moved from a lot of the one-on-one stuff. I really focused on just filling my group program, launching that multiple times in a year, and maybe like 4 times in a year, getting people joining my Brand Your Expertise Online, doing that. Then Chantal and I work with a small number of people on like building out their websites, their membership sites, their sales pages, their online carts, all of that good stuff. So we do that for some clients. And then I do like one-on-one launch coaching as well. But I had that corporate client and the group programs. And then this year, it's been mainly my group program again, and then a small amount of launch coaching clients. So once you get into creating a group course of some sort, you can teach online. And I'm sure I'd love to hear from Tasha, because like the surf coaching, that's like a different niche, and obviously something I'd be passionate about since we live in J-Bay. My husband's a surfer. My dad used to surf. He used to make me jump off the pier like in Durban when I was like 10 years old and like swim back to shore. I'm like, this is totally normal. No board with me, by the way. Like, this is normal things to do with your 10-year-old. So surfing's like a big part of my life, even though I actually don't surf myself. I was a horse rider. But with the surfing, like, I'm sure you are even coaching people via Zoom. You know, Shane Thorne has just moved to J-Bay, and Craig went to school with Shane, and he's here and he's doing surf coaching, also like Zoom coaching. And I was like, oh my gosh, we could create an online course for you. Like, you could have the Zoom like coaching, you can have the Voxer coaching, same thing. It doesn't matter about your niche. Your niche can be, you know, like Monica is a portrait photographer, and she's going to teach photographers in-person sales, because she knows how to basically 10x your income and your average sale from a photography shoot. You know, she gets like between like 20 and 50,000 Rand a shoot by doing in-person sales, from like used to make 5,000 Rand a shoot, you know, that type of thing. So like, who wouldn't want to buy that? Who wouldn't want to learn from Monica as a photographer how to do in-person sales? Yes, Tracy, oh my gosh, I think I sent that to you. Masterclass. I mean, even Metallica has an online course. Like, I saw Metallica live in London. Even Metallica has an online course now, how to be a rock band. Like, what? Craig was like, sellouts. Oh, it's so funny. But I think it's cool. Natalie Portman has a course on how to be an actress. Like, one of my clients, Eileen, she is very good friends with Natalie Portman and has done like Black Swan and all the movies. She's a makeup artist, and we are busy, you know, getting her ready. I did her personal branding shoot. She's Austrian. She happens to live in Joburg at the moment, and she's done all these movies. She worked on Jurassic Park, Interview with the Vampire. Like, it's beyond. It's actually Eileen's birthday today. So let's all just wish Eileen a happy birthday. So if she watches this, I mean, it's her birthday, so I don't think she'll be watching this right now. I would hope not. But happy birthday to Eileen. And she's in the current round of the program as well. She's a makeup artist for like Hollywood movies. And she's going to be teaching people her skin secrets, like for what she does with Angelina Jolie and Natalie Portman. I'm like, we're pitching you to Masterclass, by the way. She actually did the makeup for Natalie for Masterclass. But yeah, so it's just amazing. And Tasha says, yes, that's the plan. This pandemic has pushed me to adapt exactly and create a new streams of income. So I appreciate your time and advice. Absolutely. I'm kind of passionate about this. Planning to offer online surf education and package courses. Yes. And what Tasha does as well is she does adaptive surfing, and she helps people that are disabled to be able to surf. So it's amazing. It's like the ripple effect, guys. It's like, it's not just about the money. Whew. And I know, Tasha, like if you did this, Shit. Yeah, like how much you would give back, because I see what you do. Sorry. Shit, now I'm crying. I'm all emotional. Yeah, I see what you do, Tasha. So, well done. Yeesh, I'm getting emotional here. All right, it's not like me. Okay, guys, so ripple effect, guys, ripple effect. Okay, go check out what Tasha does, Tasha Mantasty. Okay, so all right, so there's a giveaway. So if you guys want to share this and you found this helpful or inspiring, or it's going to get you like a fire under your bum so that you go create your course and you can have that ripple effect and help those people that you want to help and give back to the people that you want to and make money as well. Like you can't give back if you're like, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to be able to, survive in this crazy time, support your family, live a life, and then give back to things that, you want to give back to that have meaning. So giveaway. Okay, so this is like just a bit of fun to get you guys to do your homework, to share this. Tag me on social media, record a little bit of this training, share it on your stories, tag me at Sagarius Bruce, share this on social, and you could win a perfectly planned Carrie Green. She's from the UK. She ships worldwide. It's like a thick planner. So I'm going to buy this. I'm going to ship it to you. Every time you share this, and if you post your homework in the group, Build Your Brand Online, then your name will go in the hat again, like another time. And then, so that's first prize. Second prize and third prize is a custom mystery box that will also be, we're going to find a mystery box, like a gift company in your country, and I'm going to buy one and send it to you. So like Merry Christmas, or, whatever you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah, is it? It's like Thanksgiving tomorrow. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody for tomorrow in the US. So this is the UK box. So if you're in the UK, this is what your box will look like. But we're going to do a custom mystery box for the second and third prizes. And that's the people that share this. So I just want to get this out to more people. Facebook ads has been like a bit of a bum lately. So it's not like, I don't know, whatever. We don't need Facebook ads necessarily, although I do like to use them at times, and they work amazingly well for my clients. So they do have their place and they can amplify what you're doing, but they're not always the easiest thing to do. We do actually teach on ads, and I have an ad specialist in my program who helps a lot of my clients as well, because it can be quite tricky. So we are basically, I really appreciate if you guys share this, because then more people can see it. So if you guys share this, if you found it helpful, if you found it inspiring, then this is how you can win. So you register for the free training, which is this Create Your Signature course that sells. And that is the link there. It's probably in the comments. It's in my bio. You'll find it if you follow me. Otherwise, message me for the link, and you get your workbook as well. And then there is this graphic that we posted inside the Facebook group, sent it via email as well. So you can share this graphic and tag me at Chanel Sagarius Bruce on Facebook, or at Sagarius Bruce on Instagram. And this is like I just registered for the 5-day, just to spread the word, spread the love. And every time I see you tag me and share it, I will put your name in the hat again. And then we'll do a draw for that. Okay, so just share the trainings when I go live on Facebook. You can share it to groups, you can share it to your personal page. You could also take a little recording on your stories and tag me and share it that way as well. Share your homework in the group. Like, don't be shy. I know that, sometimes people, especially when you're not used to being like online and as visible as some people, like, I've been doing this for a while now, like since 2015, 2016, since Periscope was the only live streaming that we could do. So I've been doing this for a while, but, don't be shy. Come into the Build Your Brand Online Facebook group. A lot of people know each other there. It's a friendly group. It's not like one of those spammy posting, everyone trying to sell all the time type groups. It's just a really nice space and a really nice energy in there. So you can come in, post your homework posts, share your aha moments, and, just share with other people, share your ideas, like share your course ideas. Yes, Periscope. who has been following me since Periscope days? That was like when we first moved back from Turks and Caicos and we're living in Belito. And I remember I did a Periscope live from my balcony, and I booked a $2,500 client like off of Periscope. It was amazing. I was like, this is so cool. So yeah, just shows you. Okay, so post your homework in the group, share today's trainings, and I'm going to let you go because we have been talking for like an hour. I don't know how this happens. I like literally could talk about this stuff all day. So I hope you found that helpful, useful, inspiring. Go do your homework, post the homework in the group, and do share this over on the socials. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I didn't know I was going to get all emotional, but like I say, it's about the ripple effect. It's about like what we can do and who we can impact. And that's why we do it, you know, and also our families, like how we can actually impact our families. And again, just to remind you, I want you to stay in that realm of possibility, like what is actually possible for you. Ursula, who was on here earlier, I don't know if she's still here, when she first filled out a form to work with me and she joined the group program, she was living in England, and her dream was to sell her house in England and move to this little tiny island off of Scotland, like off of the mainland. You have to take a ferry there, and she wanted to have this like beach life on this island. And she did that this year. So I think it was in July. She moved to that island and she sold the house, moved the family to the island. And now like on her Instagram stories, if you go check out Ursula Kelly, she's literally like waking up in the morning to the sun rising over the ocean on this little island. And that's like from writing down what she wanted and being in that realm of possibility of like, maybe I can do something differently. Maybe I don't need to be in this house in England and do it like this way. And yes, I have a mortgage and I have responsibilities, but what if this dream could come true? What if you could sell that house and work more remotely? And sure, travel for some personal branding shoots, but like have her group program, have her online coaching business so she can live on this teeny tiny little island and catch a ferry to the mainland when she wants to go to Edinburgh with her family for the weekend. And that's what happened. So yeah, I mean, it's just like we have to allow ourselves to be in that realm of possibility and like allow ourselves to dream about what we want and then take those actions to actually make it happen. All right, guys. So hope you enjoyed that today. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. And I will see you guys tomorrow.